Good afternoon viewers, Jack here, and welcome back to a different kind of video. Today, I'm just going over, I was bored, alright. I just want to go over my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, because I'm bored. Um, I'm not even wasting any time. In fact, I might waste some time, I don't know. Hang on. They aren't in my deck anymore. And also, school is starting up soon, so that's going to be fun. I'm really excited for it, but it's going to hurt my upload schedule even more. But that's fine, honestly. But recently, I've been getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I've just shuffled my extra deck. Alright, I now need to find something to talk about while I fix my deck. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Where's the last extra deck card? There it is. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. No, I've just been getting back into the game lately. I'm still terrible at the game. My deck's a little bit of a mess. I dropped the card. My deck's a little bit of a mess, but I mean, in total, I spent like 90 quid in total on these cards. And I'm proud of what I've made with what I've got. But I'm going to start with my extra deck, if no one minds. How long can I record for? I have no idea, but it should be alright. So, starting off my extra deck, I have 2 copies of this card in here. Never mind, no I don't. I have Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Peacock. It's a Link monster, Link 2 Fire Fist monsters. I use this card because, well, I've got a bunch of Fire Fist monsters in my deck. This is to do with Fire Formation Spell and Traps. Next is a Muddy Mud Dragon. Hang on, what the heck is that? Alright. Oh, god damn. Give me a second. What is going on over there? The heck are they doing over there? Oh, it's just an ice cream van. That would make sense. Hang on, I'm coming. Ow, my ankle. Muddy Mud Dragon. The reason I use this is because you can substitute it as fusion material. Because I've only got 1 fusion monster in my deck now, but I had a Dino Wrestler monster in my deck. So that's to do with that now. Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid. I like this for the sheer power of it. If you have a bunch of Cyberse type monsters, which I don't think I have anymore, that many, I can place counters on it, and it gains 2,500 attack for each counter, and this thing already has 3,000 attack, so I can just beef it up. I'm pretty sure I got it up to like 11,000 at one point. This, I like to think of this as my signature card. This is Stardust Assault Warrior. Is also hollow. This is to do with junk monsters, but I mainly like its appearance, if I'm all honest. Plus it's got some pretty decent stats. 2,100 attack, 1,200 defense. My hand is in my shirt, what the hell. There's like a hole in my shirt. Whatever, it's not important. Next is Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. This is 2 dark monsters on the field. I use this because in nowadays Yu-Gi-Oh, a lot of people special summon a lot of monsters, doing like the 75,000 card combo. which it's like another language to me, honestly. But this can gain special. This can gain attack equal to someone's special summon monster. So Wehei. Code Talker. I just think it's a solid card. It's got some alright stats. And it's got 2 link zones. Archfiend's Ascent. I like this because as someone who watched the anime, it's to do with Summon Skull, which is one of Yugi's main monsters. Well, it was back in Season 1. I don't think we ever saw it again since. But it's also got some pretty decent stats. And that's really it. Cyberburst Reminder, 2 level 3 monsters. I have a lot of low level monsters in my deck. Plus I can detach a material to get a certain type of spell and trap in my hand, which I don't have in my deck. But it's got 1800 and it's not a tribute, so I can just, if I already have 1 on the field, I can just slap this on there, send them into the graveyard, get Cyberburst Reminder. I can't pick it up. Alright. Brother of the Fire Fist, Tiger King. I use this because the first time I revamped this deck, well, when I actually properly made it, I had quite a lot of Fire Fist monsters, which are Beast Warrior type. This is 2 level 4 Beast Warriors. It's got 2200 attack. And it's to do with Fire Formation, Spell and Traps as well, which I keep. I keep 1 in my deck. I used to keep a few more though. This is Virgil, a rock star of the Burning Abyss. Try saying that one 10 times fast. I don't really know much about this card really, because it's to do with Burning Abyss cards. But I use it because one of my friends gave it to me. Zach. Friend from school. Plus it's also got pretty good stats. I mainly use that because it was from a friend. Next is Barricade Bog Blocker. 2 monsters with different names, and if it's linked summoned, I can discard a card, and during the end phase of this turn, I can add a continuous or field spell from my graveyard to my hand. Which I do have a field spell in here. Used to have 2 or even 3. But also, once per turn, face-up spells I control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Shooting Code Talker. I use this for the stats. Plus, I can also... Yeah, I'm not reading all that. I have another Tiger King. Junk Speeder. I like this because it goes well with my Stardust Assault Warrior. And, well, that's really it mainly. Plus, it's got some alright stats. Martial Metal Marcher. I keep this in my deck because it's a tuner. And it's also a Synchro tuner. Which isn't the best, but it's also got some decent stats. 2200 defense. Okay. How long have I been recording for? 8 minutes. Oh my god. Main bulk of my deck. Here we go. Let's drop our cards apparently. Alright. Top card. That is Junk Collector. I use this mainly for the nostalgia of when I first got most of my cards. And also the fact that Stardust Assault Warrior, again. We're not putting that in a separate pile. This is Mariam, the True Draco Phoenix. I like this card because if you get a few wind monsters, you can special summon this, and it's got some pretty hefty stats. Hang on, what does that say? Majesty Maiden, the True Draco Caster. This is to do with its own archetype. But, I I mainly use it for the appearance. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I just think the card's cute. That's actually why I use a couple of the cards in this deck, which, like, you know, people do that. Next is Star Staring Starling. This card gains levels based on where it is. And considering I have like 3, 4, or even 5 synchro monsters in my deck, it helps specify what level I'm after. Next is Dark Magician Girl. My favourite type of card is Spellcaster. I'm trying to make like a good Spellcaster Dark Magician deck in the future, so I use Dark Magician Girl in there. I got that one from Zach too. I think I traded him. Anis Rocket Dragon. I think it's just a good emergency defense card. Because I don't really use rocket monsters. Next is Onikuji. I like this one if I'm after a certain card. If I'm trying to style on an opponent, which I sometimes do that, then this allows me to draw 2 cards per turn. Because it's activate the top card of your deck after my draw phase, standby phase, which comes after draw phase. It can also give my opponent cards, but at the same time it can also take cards out of their hand. But I think it's solid. Next is Mech Knight Purple Nightfall. This card is 2,500 attack points, and I can instantly put it on the field as long as there's 2 cards in the same column. So if I have, well, I can't have a monster, but if I have a spell and they have a monster or spell, or then I can just slap it on there with a Might of Zeus. If they have a monster and they spell or trap, and I have nothing, slap it on there with a Might of Zeus. Huh. Next, Super Polymerization. I like this card because Fusion Venom Dragon. Plus I also used to have Amazoness Pet Liger, which I had no idea how to summon because I couldn't get my hands on any fusion materials. So I kept this in... No, this was after. I had the Dino Wrestler monster and my Stab Venom Fusion Dragon. I like the fact how I can essentially, because it's discard 1 card, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using a monsters from either field as fusion material. Oh, and no one can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. So it's just no ifs or buts. Hand me a monster, because you can use monsters from either field, and this is dark monsters on the field. I remember I was dueling against one of them. I actually have a cool memory attached to this. I was getting crushed by Rafal, one of my friends, and I made somewhat of a comeback. I made the start of a comeback. He either won or the bell went, but I had a dark monster in the field. No, he had 2 dark monsters on the field, so I just activated this card and I was like, nah mate, give me your monsters, I'm on now. That was fun. Next is Boot Up Corporal, Command Dynamo. This is because within my deck I have a few gadget monsters. And this has 2,000 defense at level 4. And that, if I have gadgets in my graveyard, it can also have 2,000 attack. All at level 4. Yep, there you go, Silver Gadget. Boot up order gear change. There we go, Subterra Fiendess. Again, this is just appearance. Because I don't have any Subterra monsters except for this. Hane Wata. This is for synchro summoning, because As it turns out, I don't really have that many tuners, so that's like one of the only tuner monsters I have. Dark Magic Curtain, half my life points. Boom, Dark Magician. Again, that goes with the whole Spellcaster Dark Magician type I'm going for. Yellow Gadget. Fuse Line. To do with columns, this, I can activate it and then destroy. While this card is set, I'll get one card on the field in this card's column and destroy it. What? Okay, I think I target the card when I set it. Okay. This is Slide for the Sky Dragon. I don't think you need much explanation if you know Yugioh at all. He's one of the 3 Egyptian gods. He gains 1,000 attack points for every card in my hand. He was also one of my first cards. Well, technically, my first card was a structure deck. It was the Wave of Light structure deck, which is where Honeywater comes from. And then this is the first individual card I got. Well, for Christmas. Like an absolute boss. Ultimate Fire Formation, Sinto. This goes with my Fire Fist. I have a few things like that. Like, sometimes I'll have a few bunches of things. This can negate activations. Herald of Orange Light, also a Wave of Light monster. I don't use it for its effect. When your opponent activates a monster effect, by quick effect, I can send this and another fairy monster from my hand to the graveyard and negate the activation. I use it because it's another tuner monster. Stats are a little bit better than Honeywater, because Honeywater, that has 200 attack, 300 defense. This has 300 attack and 500 defense, so it's got slightly better stats. Neo Parshaft, Sky Paladin. You can tell if it's possibly from the Wave of Light structure deck, because it's a light fairy monster, which is what every single card in that deck was, or every monster card. I like this because it's got decent stats. It's also nostalgia reasons, because one of the first cards. But it also does piercing damage to my opponent, which is real nice. Dark Magician, no explanation needed. Mainly because he has no effect as well. Also, this is also the Dark Magician art shown in the anime. So, go me. Wicked Acolyte, Charm Sabat. 2500 attack again. But if I have 5 or more cards in my hand, normal summon without tribute, I think that's a pretty solid effect. This is the Seal of Orichalcos. In the anime, this was one of the evil cards. But it's got a fairly decent effect. Plus, I was really into the anime, so I was like, why not order it? All monsters gain 500 attack. Once per turn, it can't be destroyed by card effects. And while control 2 or more face-up attack position monsters, the lowest attack one can't be targeted. And when it's activated, destroy all special summon monsters you control. And I can't special summon monsters from my extra deck, but it's worth it. You can only activate it once per duel. Buster Blader, 500 attack for each dragon monster in their graveyard. Oh, and they control! Oh, that's actually awesome. But I'm hoping to get Dark Paladin at some point. Ultimate Violence. If something's activated, as long as I discard the same type of card, negate it and destroy it. Skilled Dark Magician. Every time a spell is activated, place a spell counter on it. And I contribute it when it has 3 spell counters to special summon Dark Magician from anywhere. Unless it's banished. DD Sprite, again, I only use it because it's a tuner. But I can also special summon it by banishing a monster and then returning it on the next standby phase. So that kind of helps. Magician Navigation. Special summon Dark Magician from my hand. And then from my deck, special summon 1 level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster type monster. And if I control Dark Magician, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, I can banish it from my graveyard, target one face-up spell or trap card my opponent controls, have its effect negated for 1 turn. Dark Magical Circle. Reveal the... Look at the top 3 cards of my deck, and then I can reveal a Dark Magician themed card, add that to my hand, and then replace the rest in any order. It's dark magic stuff, so again, it goes well with my deck. Dark Hole. This one's a simple effect. Destroy all monsters on the field. I don't like cards with very complicated effects. Cracking Dragon. I like this one. I think it's absolutely cracking. Wait, I've just made a pun. Pun not intended. Joke's on you, actually, it was intended. It can't be destroyed by a monster with equal or lower level. It's level 8, by the way. And then, when exactly 1 monster is summoned, I can make it lose attack to its level times 200 until the end of the turn. So if it's like level 3 and it has like 500 attack points, I can just out of here. I'm having way too much fun right now. Brother of the Firefaced Bear. I think I already showed you guys this card. Whenever it inflicts battle damage, I can set a fire formation spell or trap. Sinto is the one I have. I'm pretty sure one of the other ones was Yugioh and Tenki. Snowman effect. Face-up monster I control gains attack equal to the combined original attack of all the other monsters I control, but it can't attack directly during that turn. Magical Something. This is one of the new cards I got over the weekend. Hang on, are any of these ones also the new ones? Do 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 do. No. Well, this gets a spell counter for every time a spell card resolves. Level increased by the amount of spell counters, so synchro cards. And I can remove 3 counters from it to bring a quick play spell back. I'm back. I apologise for that. My camera blooming did something, and I've just had to go sort it out for the past half hour. Alright, we just got done explaining Magical Something. Let's continue. Mirror Force. I like this card because it negates attacks and destroys all attack position monsters. It's just a good defensive trap card. Plus it's iconic in the anime. Next is Parry Knights. Now, if you take battle damage from someone, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then special summon a monster with attack less than or equal to the damage I took. So this is real good for bringing monsters onto the field. Next is Chain Hole. This is when opponents activate a monster effect in response to a card or effect activation. So this essentially can put me in the clear for an attack, or it can interrupt a combo. Next is Dark Bribe. This is also a combo interrupter. This one just gives them a card from their deck. Max. Hello, Max. You come up, say hi. Come here, darling. Ugh. There he is. No, Max. Yeah. Where are you going? Don't step on my cards, please. Where are you going, lad? He's off. Oh, that was nice. Where are all these cards coming from? I had... Okay, that was weird. Alright, then these cards just reveal themselves at the same time. Draw Discharge, one of my new ones. But not recently new. Which one's my newest? Oh yeah, I see it. When an opponent allows themselves to draw a card, if any of them are monsters, deal damage to them. So the combined attack, evolve them, and then banish all said cards. Which sounds OP to me, so I'm using it. Next is Skilled White Magician. Nine. Got another one. Come on up, buddy. Yeah, let me give you a hand. Yeah. Melon. Hi. What's happening? Back of the camera. Yeah, Skilled White Magician. This is the same as Skilled Dark Magician, but for Buster Blader instead of Dark Magician. Gravity Lash. An opponent's monster loses attack points equal to their defense points, so it either helps me take less damage, or it helps me have a monster overcome someone else's monster. Next card is Brother of the Fire Fist Spirit, which can only be used as synchro material for a Beast Warrior monster. Have I used my own deck to screw myself over? I have. Oh, I might replace this card at some point, I don't know. Assault Sentinel. This is to do with assault mode monsters. I use it for the stats. Solid attacking monster. 3 Strikes Barrier. It's one of my OG cards. If my opponent controls exactly 3 monsters, I can activate one effect out of these 3. This turn, your monsters can either not be destroyed by battle, I take no battle damage, or every time a monster inflicts damage, I gain the amount of life points. And it's actually helped me regain my life points in the past, which is solid. Next is the Winged Dragon of Ra. This is the second of the 3 god cards. I am among the missing obelisk. But essentially, this is to do with your life points. So these two could combo into each other. Because this thing gains attack and defense points equal to how many life points you sacrifice. You can sacrifice until you have 100 life points left. And you can also pay 1,000 life points to destroy any monster on the field. Polymerization. This just allows me, this is just super polymerization without the super. I can just fusion summon a monster using materials from my hand or field. Heavy Storm Duster. Target up to 2 spells or traps on the field. and destroy them. But I can't conduct my battle phase when I do. Brother of the Firefist Rooster. When it's special summoned by the effect of a Firefist monster, I can add another one to my hand. And I can also send the fire formation spell or trap straight to the graveyard and set a different one directly from my deck. Quick launch. Special summon one rocket monster for your deck, but it cannot attack. Also, destroy it during the end phase. I only use Anis Rocket Dragon as a rocket monster, so it doesn't help me out that much, but it's alright. Here we are, Fire Formation Yugioh. This one lets me discard a Beast Warrior monster to destroy a card that my opponent controls. Also, all Beast Warrior monsters I control gain 100 attack. Magician's Robe. This is my other new one. Let's replace these two. Contact C and Chino Bird Salvation. This... Thank you. I'm just going to move that. Yeah, I'm just going to move that. How did Arthur even get it behind there? Alright, anyways. During my opponent's turn, I can discard a spell or trap and special summon that magician from my deck as a quick effect. And during my opponent's turn, if I activate a spell, trap, or effect, while this card's in my graveyard, I can special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's again part of that magician set. I should probably get Magician's Rod as well. I think that has some kind of effect. Monster Recovery. Traded this one from Zach as well. Target a monster that I control that is owned by moi. If that monster is still in the field, shuffle it and my entire hand into the deck, and then draw cards equal to the amount of cards I shuffled in. So I use that whenever I have a bad hand. Red Gadget, a Mono Iwato. Cannot be special summoned. Monster, yeah, it's just got the same effects as all spirit monsters, I think. Not entirely sure on that. Don't quote me on that. How many cards have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is Green Gadget. FA Turbocharger. This gains attack equal to its level times 300. I don't know why I use this anymore. Probably for nostalgic reasons. Plus it only gets 1800. I should probably replace that at some point. I'll have a look for my spare cards later. Athena, one of my OG cards, which, if another fairy monster is summoned, inflict 600 damage to your opponent. And once per turn, I can send this face-up fairy monster I control to the graveyard, and then target one fairy monster in my graveyard and special summon that target. And the last card in my deck is Stamping Destruction. If I control a dragon type monster, target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to its controller. So, I don't know if you picked up on anything, but this deck is not good, by all means. I'm not sticking to like one archetype at the minute, but I don't own all too many cards, so this is just the best of what I have, really. But once I get more cards in the future, Probably like a year or so from now, I'll probably do another deck profile. I'll probably do them by the year, assuming my deck changes. It might, but it might not. But if you did enjoy this video, then do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Oh yeah, also ring the bell for if I do upload, even though I'm not going to be uploading as much anymore because school. But still, you can if you want. I'm not forcing you to do anything. But share the video to your friends, especially if they're into Yu-Gi-Oh! See what they think of the deck. But without further ado, see you when I see ya.